From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
From KJFM Radio, Eagle 102, Area High School Softball is on the air. Eagle 102 brings you area softball on air and online. Now, exciting area high school softball action on your area sports leader, KJFM, Eagle 102.
And good afternoon and welcome to Montgomery County High School, the site of the Class 3 District 2 tournament here on Eagle 102. Mark Pronick, Marianne Everhart getting ready for semifinal action as the number 1 seed Bowling Green LadyCats take on the 4 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. And Marianne, you need a little drama, you need a little adversity, and Bowling Green just got it during the warm-up as they were throwing the ball around the infield. Haley Prater was struck in the face with a thrown ball. And so we're going to have some changes to the lineup, and Coach Craig Smith is actually presenting those to us right now.
Okay.
As it's going to be a decision to remove Prater from the starting lineup and insert Caleb Womack, the sophomore infielder. So a little bit of a wrinkle in this game now, but Womack has a lot of experience already as a sophomore, and I think she's going to be fine. So,
well,
I think Prater will be fine eventually, and we may even see her later in the game.
We may very well see her later in the game. We'll see. She's just trying to get some of that medical attention taken care of early.
Yeah, there was some bleeding. I don't know if it was from the nose or from the mouth, but they're trying to get that under control right now. So a little added wrinkle as Bowling Green got an opening round bye in this tournament. Montgomery defeated St. Charles West last night 11-1 in the late windy game. Actually, they said the wind had died down by the time those two teams had played. But we'll look through this bracket and some other brackets from around the area of interest as we get into the pregame show starting next for you on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
When it comes to buying or selling real estate, you can count on the professionals at Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana. Serving Pike County and surrounding areas, Penrod Real Estate can find buyers for your home or property and can also assist in helping you find the home of your dreams. Residential or commercial, the friendly folks at Penrod Real Estate invite you to reach out if you're in need of help in any area of the real estate process. Phone 754-6922 or visit the office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana. Penrod Real Estate looks forward to serving you.
Founded in 2000, Sparks Maintenance Contracting out of Bowling Green has since been performing industrial maintenance nationwide and plans to continue growing. Sparks Maintenance Contracting, attention to detail and compassion are only some of the many things that separate them from other competitors. Teamwork is the key to success in business and in sports. Best wishes to all the area teams from Sparks Maintenance Contracting, proudly serving America.
The all-new McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory in Bowling Green is now open. Hi, I'm Jim Blossom. We will be holding a grand opening celebration Sunday, October 18th from noon until 4 p.m. I really hope you'll stop by, check out the new facilities, and stay for a visit. If you can't make it during the grand opening, feel free to stop by and see us Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., or Saturdays, 9 a.m. to noon. The new McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 701 North Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. We look forward to continuing to serve the local area.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Class 3, District 2, yeah. I almost flip-flopped it there for a second. Semifinals here from Montgomery County High School. Mark Fronick, Marianne Everhart getting ready for the number 1 seed Bowling Green and the number 4 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. And this has been a pretty exciting district so far. Last night was the opening round, and we had a huge upset as number 7 seed Orchard Farm held a lead over Wright City, the 2 seed, for most of the game. Wright City tied it up in the 7th inning, and then Orchard Farm came back and put 6 on them in the 8th to win that ball game 12-9. So big upset there. They'll take on the number 3 seed Winfield Lady Warriors in the late game from here. Montgomery had no problem with St. Charles West beating them 11-1 in the opening round of this tournament.
Well, and it was kind of funny because last night as I was monitoring the scores and waiting, finally I sent the athletic director here, Adam Faluna, a text message that said, is this game ever going to get over with? It's like a 9:30 or whatever, and he's like, it just finished. So, a little extra innings. Didn't take long to get put behind, but only 2 games now here at Montgomery County. The winners play on Saturday in the championship game at 11 o'clock.
And if Bowling Green is in that game, like we expect they should be, that'd be a 10:45 pregame Saturday morning here on KJFM, and we'll have, of course, all the action from that game. We've got more district coverage tomorrow as Silex got a bye all the way to the championship game at Ladonia, and they'll take on the 2 seed Community R6 Lady Trojans, who beat up on Clopton yesterday. 17-2 was the final in that one.
And I'm not going to lie to you, Mark. Going into that game, I'm a little nervous when you haven't played all week and you're coming in and facing a team that put up that many runs. You're going to be mentally prepared.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd time. It's going to be the 3rd time they play this season, with Silex winning the first 2. And the old adage is it's very hard to beat a team 3 times in a season, especially when you've got winds of 30 miles an hour or more like they do there at Ladonia.
All right. I want to remind everybody again, due to the new MSHA regulations, we will no longer be able to provide live video streaming of postseason sports free of charge to our fans. Effective immediately, MSHA is requiring that all video content go through their website and will be adding a viewing cost of $10 per game. As always, in addition to promoting the games and encouraging fans to attend at home and away, we at Eagle 102 will continue providing live play-by-play coverage on air and online at no cost, and postseason games videos will be loaded to our website after the game has played. For the best daily coverage of your area teams, stay tuned to your area sports leader, Eagle 102 Sports.
Other district action yesterday, it was Ellsbury over New Haven 15-5. Jefferson beat St. Pius X 4-3, a battle of 2 Festus schools there. So it'll be Ellsbury and Jefferson tomorrow, the 1 versus the 3 seed down at New Haven High School. That's a 5 o'clock first pitch if you're interested in going down there. Of course, we'll have that Silex Community R6 game with a 5:45 pregame tomorrow from Ladonia, 6 o'clock first pitch, and we'll go at the conclusion of that one into the high school football game of the week, which you can start online if you are a diehard football fan. We'll have the live video stream starting with the countdown to kickoff at 6:30, and then we'll join on air as soon as softball is done from Ladonia.
That's right. Stay tuned to Eagle 102 for more as we continue to bring you district softball and high school football all week on Eagle 102.
Back with more of the pregame show after this on KJFM.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Whether you need to buy a 2x4 or a 4x8 or are planning a new home, Bowling Green Lumber Company is your one-stop for all things construction. No kidding. Lumber, paints, electrical, plumbing, windows and doors, insulation, roofing materials, hardware items, tools. Seriously, Ed and the gang at Bowling Green Lumber are anxious, willing, and able to help you any which way they can. Stop in and see for yourself. While others are trying to make money, they're just trying to make friends. Bowling Green Lumber, 700 West Champ Clark Drive in Bowling Green, 324-5400, the most complete building center in the area.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for Bowling Green and Montgomery County. These two teams did play on this field about the midway point of the season, and Bowling Green, they jumped out to a big lead in that one.
They did,
but
that first inning.
They allowed Montgomery to hang around for a while, and that's something they've just got to close the door on them early.
That's right, and you know what? Tonight, with the wind again blowing, we didn't quite have this issue. I don't recall at least this high of wind when we were here last time. But, hitting those long balls, they did a really great job. But you got to focus on the short ball tonight, too. And really more than anything we've seen over the last couple games, Mark, is, we're in postseason. Everybody's excited. The adrenaline's pumping. You got to keep those mental mistakes to a minimum.
Now, the wind is blowing out to right field.
It is blowing, yep.
And that's not usually a good sign. But you've got a player like Grace Dameron who loves to just stick the bat out and muscle them out to the opposite field. So I think this kind of plays into her style of batting.
And I'll be anxious to see because I noticed a little online conversation between she and former head coach Dean Streed where maybe Coach Streed was pointing out she wasn't swinging through the way she was supposed to and that she better straighten that up or he's coming back to have words with her. So we'll see if she straightens that out tonight. It could be a couple long balls for Grace.
Speaking of Dean, his Wentzville Holt team is in action right now in the semifinals of that district against Troy Buchanan. So if you're a Dean Street fan, good luck to him in district play as well. So those are our keys to the game. We'll have starting lineups for you next on KJFM.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Before or after the games this season, let's go to Airco. They're always glad to see you at Airco Travel Plaza in Bowling Green and Airco Convenience Store in Louisiana. Stop in, fill up your vehicle, and fill yourself up with deli sandwiches, snacks, soda, Chester's fried chicken, and more. Good luck to the area teams this year from all your friends at Airco. Open 24 hours a day in Bowling Green on Business 61 South and from Airco Convenience Store, Junction 79 and 54 in Louisiana. Let's go, Airco.
It's fall, y'all. That means a stop by Prairie's Edge Garden Center is a must. Prairie's Edge can help with all your fall decorating needs, including pumpkins and gourds of every shape, color, and size. Beautiful mums, annuals, and perennials are also available, as well as yard stakes, mailbox covers, pottery, bird baths, and so much more. Be sure to bring the family out and enjoy the corn maze, which will run through October 31st. For everything fall, it's Prairie's Edge Garden Center, just south of Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Lineups for the number 4 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. They're coached by Audra Heimer and assisted by Rochelle Falloon and Becky Quatham. They'll start it off with the catcher, number 1, at Sam Quatham. Then the pitcher, number 13, Brooklyn Fisher. Shortstop bats third, number 20, Maddie Quatham. The first baseman in the cleanup spot, that's number 21, Carissa Doyle. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 17, Taylor Janes. Then the second baseman, number 7, Addison Massey. Batting seventh is number 5, the right fielder, Lexi Veach. Then the designated player, number 11, Erica Devlin. Rounding out the order is number 8, the third baseman, Elle Reagan. Flexing in center field is number 10, Anna Tison. So again, it's Quatham, Fisher, Quatham, Doyle, James Massey, Veach, Devlin, and Reagan, with Tison flexing in center field. For the Bowling Green LadyCats, they're coached by the Conference Coach of the Year, Craig Smith, assisted by J.C. Hickerson. They'll lead it off with the left fielder, number 2, Kennedy Grimsley. Third baseman bats second, number 1, Meredith Betts. In the 3 spot, the first baseman, number 24, Jade Meyer. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 5, Grace Dameron. Then the pitcher, number 6, Tanner Turner. Second baseman bats 6, number 13, Haley Chandler. Then number 22, the shortstop, Kaylin Womack, late addition to the lineup. Right fielder bats 8th, number 14, McKenna Orff. And batting 9th is the designated player, number 25, Elise Walker. Flexing in center field is number 8, Briley Sparks. And those are your starting lineups for this ball game. Back with first pitch after this on KJFM.
Hair care for the entire family. That's what's available at PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Everyone is welcome. Men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can help make everyone look their best. Walk-ins are welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ's Salon is your fall senior hair salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in. PJ's Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana. Best wishes to all the area sports teams this year from the friendly folks at PJ's Salon.
Liggins Flooring in Bowling Green offers Dreamweaver stain-proof carpet, new waterproof plank flooring, plus Novus hardwood and Trutex vinyl. Liggins Flooring at 705 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Big enough to get the job done, small enough to care.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Let's set the defense for Bowling Green ahead of the first pitch of this ball game. In left field, it's number 2, Kennedy Grimsley. Briley Sparks in center. McKenna Orff is in right. Meredith Betts is the third baseman. Kaylin Womack is the shortstop. Haley Chandler at second base. Jade Meyer at first. Grace Damer behind the plate, and Tanner Turner finishing up her warm-up tosses. Again, Kaylin Womack, a late addition, as in warm-ups. The normal starting shortstop, Haley Prater, was struck with a ball in the face, and she's actually left the facility now to go get further attention. So that takes her out of a pinch hit or a defensive replacement situation later in the game.
And we want to remind you, Eagle 102 Sports District softball coverage all week this week has been brought to you by Sparks Maintenance and Contracting, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Erico Convenience Center, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, and Prairie's Edge Garden Center. You can follow all the action on air and online at 102.1 and KJFMradio.com, plus on the KJFM Radio app and Alexa.
We're at Montgomery County High School, but Montgomery County, the road team, as Bowling Green, the higher seed. They're the 1 seed, and the Wildcats are the 4 seed here in this semifinal.
And stepping into the batter's box to lead things off is Samantha Quatham. And Mark, we've seen her do some damage to some of the area teams.
And the first third of this order is definitely the hardest part of the order, and that's a ball up high to Sam Quatham.
So Quatham has she's usually has a tendency to get on bases. She's a good leadoff hitter because very rarely I think we've seen her strike out, actually.
Yeah. Takes 2 balls high to start this at bat from Tanner Turner, and the next way up high, 3-0, and Tanner a little extra juice, so she'll go back behind the stripe, regroup, now come back to the center of the circle. That one is a ball just missed high, so a 4-pitch walk to Quatham, and she's aboard for Brooklyn Fisher.
And I tell you what, we don't see that very often out of Turner. So she'll get settled down here. You know, a change late in the
yeah, I think everyone's a little tight right now.
A little tight. They're kind of worried about their teammate, and they're going to get settled down.
First pitch to Fisher is popped up, foul territory, and out of play behind the Bowling Green dugout on the third base side. We've seen the white alternate jerseys. Now these gray ones.
I like the gray ones.
I like that shade of gray.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
A solid top. It's pretty much the same design as the white alternates, but with the gray shirt instead. As that one misses the corner, 1-1 the count to Fisher.
We've seen Fisher hit that ball. I don't think she actually got it over the fence the last time we were here, Mark, but she got it pretty close.
This one is hit deep. And that one is gone. No doubter to center field. And that's a 2-run shot to give the Wildcats a 2-0 lead after 2 batters. So a walk and a home run, and not the start that Bowling Green wanted.
No, we've talked about that before, and that was what Bowling Green did best when they came here last time. Is I think they put up, was it like 3 or 4 runs in the first inning, if not more. And so Montgomery kind of played catch up the rest of the softball game. And and here we are now. Bowling Green will have to come out playing catch up right off the bat.
Brings in Maddie Quatham.
She plays shortstop for the Lady Wildcats, and she looks at ball 1.
Low and in on the first pitch. That ball was absolutely crushed.
Yeah, it was.
Finally,
there was no doubt.
Picked up by a youngster out there as a check swing and appeal to first. Quatham did not go, according to the field umpire, and the count goes to 2-0. The next, swing and a miss. 2-1 the count to the Montgomery shortstop.
And again, Mark, going off of memory, if our memory serves me correctly, Maddie Quatham was not one that liked to take a walk. She was swinging a good portion of the time.
Swings and misses at that high pitch to even the count at 2-2. Turner looking to record the first out, and that one just missed low, and the count goes full. That's a tough pitch to take on 2-2.
It is.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and it's a walk. Second walk issued. And Turner having all sorts of issues to start this game. 2 walks and a home run amongst those first 3 tough batters. Now that brings in Carissa Doyle.
And, it's kind of like we talked about with Silex tomorrow evening. Bowling Green hasn't played since Monday night.
Back to the pitcher. They're going to get the out at second base. Throw is late at first, but a good job getting the lead runner as they retire Quatham. Doyle on the fielder's choice. So 1-6 on the putout for the first out of this ball game. That'll bring in Janes. And she swings and misses at the first pitch. A high fastball. And it's 0-1. Play in front of the bag at first and third, deep short. This one popped up. Foul territory, giving it a look as the first baseman. It goes off of Jade Meyer's glove, who made the all-conference team as a utility player. Congratulations to Jade.
And if you want to see a copy of that EMO all-conference team, just go to our website at kjfmradio.com, or you can check out our Facebook page. Tana Turner was a unanimous selection, along with making the first team as Montgomery's pitcher, Brooklyn Fisher.
Pop foul again off the screen, still 0-2 to Taylor Janes. She's a left fielder, wears number 17. Doyle, the runner at first, 1 out, and that one is tomahawked down the line, and it's into the corner. Dug out nicely by Grimsley, holds the runners to first and second. Now there's 2 on and 1 out, already 2 in for the Wildcats. Brings in Lexi Veach. Addison Massey.
Yeah. And as we mentioned, only 1 out, so really another hit to the outfield, and it could score at least 1.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch by Massey. First and second, 1 out. Double play ends the inning. On the outside corner for strike 2. Good pitch that time from Turner.
Turner head in the count, 0-2.
Set up even further outside. She's chasing, fouls it off. And it stays a no ball, 2 strike count. Beach, the on deck hitter, then Devlin. Bowling Green wants a double play. 0-2 pitch. Back to the pitcher. They'll get the out at first, and that's it. Runners advance to second and third. 1-3 on the putout. There's 2 away. That was a tailor-made double play ball, or at least get
the runner to third.
Runner at third or second. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Veach. 0-1 the count. The next from Tanner on its way. Squirts away. No one's advancing on that. Dameron, a nice job getting back there and collecting that ball.
And while there's not a lot of room between the catcher and the backstop, it is that solid concrete back there. So if it hits hard enough, it's coming right back to the catcher.
There's a strike called. And it's a ball and 2-strike count to Veach. Now, if it hits the netting, that's a different story.
It's going to get stuck.
Because it's not taut. This one is hit high and deep. Grimsley back near the fence and at the warning track. She makes the catch to retire the side. Veach gives it a ride, but it stays in the ballpark. 2-0 after a half inning on the Fisher 2-run home run. Bowling Green will have to come from behind here early. Trailing 2-0 in the semifinal round of districts on KJFM.
At McDinger's, they've got a new list of specials for lunch in addition to their all-day specials, which happens to feature the fan favorite Tenderloin Thursday. Enjoy tacos, wings, grilled chicken, fried fish and shrimp, and more, plus a beverage menu that fits everyone. Check out their Facebook page for upcoming live entertainment. McDinger's, 131 West Outer Road in Eolia.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Pair runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and a couple left on base for Montgomery County. They lead this game after a half inning, 2-0.
And starting things off for the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats will be the center fielder, Kennedy Grimsley, as she'll step in.
Grimsley positioned well, made a routine catch out of that long fly ball down the top half of the first inning. Bottom half now, and Bowling Green would like to get some runners on, get this game knotted up or take a lead here in the first.
Well, I think, honestly, Mark, at this point, getting at least one run across the plate is probably what is key for Bowling Green. If they don't get that run in, at this point, they're going to go out there with a little self-doubt, and may unfortunately see it come through in their defense. So they've got to put that first top of the half inning out of their mind and just get up there and play ball.
And now Turner's got an inning under her belt. It didn't go great, but at least she's got a feel for the weather and the wind and the game. So I think she'll be stronger as the game goes on. First pitch to Grimsley, rounding to bunt, and takes a ball that goes back to the screen.
You don't see very many get past Quatham there as the catcher, so you knew it was moving.
And a lot of movement from the middle of the plate to the left-hand batter's box. And skip back to the screen. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next from Fisher on its way. Chop back off her glove, and that's going to allow it to go into the outfield past the shortstop. Shortstop Quatham probably would have fielded that ball, but Fisher got just enough that she had to change directions and couldn't get back to that ball.
And that'll bring in Meredith Betts, who again was another member of the EMO Conference first team.
Set the defense after this first pitch to Meredith. Squares to bunt. Gets a good one down. Going to be close at first, and the ball gets away. Betts is safe. Runner all the way to third on the play. And that'll be an error on the, was it the first baseman that fielded that ball? E3. Runners at the corners, and let's set that defense. Taylor Janes is the left fielder, Anna Tison in center. Lexi Beach is the right fielder. Elle Reagan is the third baseman. Maddie Queetham at short. Addison Massey at second base, and Carissa Doyle at first. Sam Queetham behind the plate, and Brooklyn Fisher getting ready to deliver a pitch to Jade Meyer. She pulls a bunt back and takes a strike.
So looking to play a little small ball today, however, advancing from first to second is Betts. So now you got runners in scoring position.
Pair of them out there, and that's the tying run at second base here in the bottom of the first inning. The next to Jade. Outside, 1-1.
And this time there's no sign of any type of bunt. She's ready to swing away, see if she can get one across that fence out there.
That red ponytail coming out the back of her white batting helmet. Long look in from Brooklyn Fisher. Now she rears back and fires, and had a nice drop on that pitch. Meyer swings through it, and it's a ball and 2-strike count to Jade.
And the batter in the batter circle is Grace Dameron. Warming up.
The next. Ooh, that one came back across the plate and just barely missed the corner. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners at second and third for Bowling Green. A hit in the air. And a swing and a miss, first strikeout. And that's the first out here in the bottom half of the first.
So Dameron, we'll see what she has up her sleeve.
Number 5, Grace Dameron.
Shadows creeping out from the press box across home plate. And creates a nice little arrow.
It does.
Where Grace can put this ball. They're actually really shading her to the opposite field. So they heard our scouting report in the pregame show. There's a strike called on the first pitch to Grace.
Now she's seen one down the middle. She's set and ready to go for the next. On deck is Turner.
We've seen the power of Tanner Turner also.
Yes, we have.
Recently. 0-1 the count to Grace Dameron. The next from Fisher on its way, and that one's way outside. Evens things up at 1-1.
You know, Fisher was really hoping she was going to chase that outside.
That was
pitch.
the plan.
That was the plan.
Good discipline from Dameron. And the count even and a ball and a strike. Next on its way. And this one is chopped. Foul to the third baseman. 1-2 the count. And I'm sure Grace not exactly upset about going back to the batter's box.
Yeah, she probably wants to do it. She definitely wants to do over there. Again, like her counterpart, Sam Quathan, Grace Dameron was also first-team catcher on the MO All-Conference team.
The next on its way. Took something off, and that drop floated high. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you know how most people like to swing at those high ones, so she is really surprised she laid off.
2-2 the count with 1 out. Runners at second and third for Bowling Green. The next reaching and puts that off the front of the Montgomery dugout.
So back into the batter's box, and we'll do it again.
Lucky that one hit the far end of the dugout. The front end has a hole cut out so they can lean over the rail. Bowling Green's dugout on the third base side doesn't have that luxury. Still 2-2 to Grace Dameron. The pitch fouled out of play. That one's going to make it all the way to
almost a football field.
It's going to roll all the way to the concessions for the football field. Still 2-2. Turner on deck, then Chandler. If the inning goes that far, second and third, 1 out. Dameron digs back in.
Montgomery still leads this one 2-0 on a home run back in the top of the first inning.
The pitch on its way. Took something off, and she sends it into left field. 1 run's going to come in. Here comes the tying run to the plate. That's in to score. Dameron into second. It's a 2-run double, and we're all tied at 2 here at Montgomery County.
You know, we talked about, Bowling Green knew what they needed to do, and they got it done. So now Turner needs to come in. She can help herself. Move that runner around and see if the Lady Bobcats can get ahead here before going back to the top of the second.
Avery Gam will be the courtesy runner. Against Centralia, Avery hit her first high school home run in the JV game.
So Turner now waiting as everybody's set. Now she steps into that batter's box.
And I know during play-by-play I call a lot of people Dameron or Grace. I don't say the full name. Avery Gam will always be Avery Gam.
Well, that's because you had to coach her.
Yeah, and I had 2 Averys, so. She always the full name, Avery Gam.
It's almost
that
like
was a strike on the first pitch.
Almost like one word.
Yeah. Easy to yell. This one hit in the air into left field. Coming in on it is Janes, and she can't make the catch. Game will advance to third, into second.
And because she had to hold up, she didn't get in there. But Turner, she got into, as you mentioned, into second on that one. So if Gam had to hold up, she probably would have been home.
E7. That's a ball that needs to be caught. That'll bring in Chandler with runners at second and third. The go-ahead run at third base now. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the first inning. First to Chandler, low and away for ball one. Womack on deck. Chandler kind of back in the box.
Yes, she is.
And grounds this one to the second baseman. Run will come in. Productive out. RBI ground out for Chandler, and it's 3-2. 2 outs and a runner at third base. That'll bring in Womack. 4-3 on the put out and an RBI for Haley. And moves that runner over a little bit further. And Womack, a surprise starter after the injury to Prater, get a big 2-out hit here. Takes a strike on the first pitch.
Of course, we're all sending well wishes to Haley Prater. Hopefully we'll see her back here if the LadyCats play in the championship game on Saturday.
I'm sure we will. Probably in a mask. That bounce foul.
The sad part is when somebody says, "Oh, when did you start wearing a mask?" Oh, when my teammate beamed me in the face.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
0-2 after that one to Womack was chopped foul. 3-2 LadyCats. Bottom of the first inning. The next from Fisher on its way. And that hit her in the head. So she replaces a player that gets hit in the head, and she gets hit in the head.
Well,
she was wearing a helmet, though.
She was wearing a helmet, so that is the difference.
And it was an off-speed pitch. So now runners at the corners with 2 outs, and it'll bring in McKenna Orff. Except for the addition of Womack, which was a last-minute change. This is the same lineup that played against Centralia on Monday for Bowling Green. Swing and a miss as Orff was out in front of that one.
Had a nice, good swing through. She was just barely missed it. So if she connects with that type of swing again, we could be looking for another one out in the outfield and, of course, another run across the base or across the home plate.
They shade her to the opposite field and right. That one fouled back to the screen quickly. 0-2 to McKenna Orff. Walker on deck, the designated player for the LadyCats. I'm surprised that Womack hasn't taken second base.
I was a little shocked myself, although, we talked, well, never mind. I was going to talk about Quathan being behind the plate, but you've got to run over on third, so.
Yeah, at least bluff it. That's strike 3 called. Second strikeout in the inning for Fisher. Bowling Green leaves a pair aboard, but they pick up 3 and now lead this game 3-2 after 1 full inning on KJFM.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
No one likes putting up fencing on their farm or rural property. If you need a new fence or repairs to your existing fence, call Matt Stone and Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing. Matt loves putting up fences and specializes in the unique needs of farms and rural properties. Plus, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing will give you a free estimate. It'll be the lowest you find. Give Matt a call at 573-590-1218 and be sure to like Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing on Facebook.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
For the Wildcats here in the second inning, it'll be the number 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Devlin to lead things off, then Reagan and back to Sam Quatham. So an action-packed first inning, 2 runs for the Lady Wildcats on the home run, and then Bowling Green scratches across 3 in the bottom of that half of the inning and take a 3-2 lead. And the first pitch to Devlin is swung through for strike 1.
And I'm sure that's a much better way. Turner's excited about starting the second inning.
Yeah, no chance at a 4-pitch walk this time around. And there's strike 2 right down central as Devlin had the bat on her shoulder. Now she backs all the way up in the box close to Dameron. Chokes up a little bit on the bat and takes the ball up high. 1-2 the count.
Want to remind you, Eagle 102 District softball coverage this week brought to you by PJ Salon, Liggins Flooring, McDingers, Sun Window Company, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Pow Pow Cattle Farm and Fencing.
There's a swing and a miss. A 3/4 swing from Devlin, and she goes down. That's the first strikeout recorded by Tanner Turner today.
And that'll bring in Elle Reagan. She is the third baseman for the Lady Wildcats.
And the first pitch to her is swung on and missed. Went after the high stuff there and came up empty.
Well, it looks like, we talked about before, Turner got that first inning under her belt. Looks like she's kind of found her groove here.
Swing and a miss, 0-2, and Reagan is just closing her eyes and hoping for the best with these swings. 0-2 the count. One out and the base is empty, and a swing and a miss. Down on 3 pitches. Back-to-back strikeouts for Turner.
And then that'll bring up Quatham.
Back to the top of the order.
And, of course, she walked Sam Quatham on 4 pitches her first time at bat. Quatham came around to score on the home run by Fisher.
And the first pitch, she went after some high
she
heat
did.
outside and kind of slumped down, shrugged her shoulders after swinging and missing on that. This one hit in the air, left field. Moving over on it is Grimsley, and it carries almost to center field before she makes the catch. But a lot of ground covered by Kennedy and a nice play out there for a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second for Montgomery. Bowling Green coming up with a 3-2 lead here in the semifinals of this Class 3 District 2 tournament on KJFM.
Catfish, 1-pound pork steaks, and fried chicken. Just some of the delicious specials at Bowling Green Diner. Steak, shrimp, spaghetti, and livers and onions also featured. You will not go away hungry at Bowling Green Diner. Open 7 days a week. You can dine in or carry out is available. Just call 324-2135 and they'll have your order ready when you get there. Wouldn't you like to eat out today? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you won't be disappointed. Bowling Green Diner, 19 Business Highway 61.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
For Bowling Green, it's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters. So Bowling Green sent one more batter to the plate in the first inning. And they'll go 9-1-2, Walker, Grimsley, and Betts as Elise strides to the plate. She wears number 25, batting in that number 9 spot.
Mark, I'm going to throw this out here just because they were classmates of my son's, because Bowling Green has a nice crowd on hand, but I see 3 members of the class of 2020 sitting out here, and I can tell you they didn't get any brighter since graduation. They're sitting out in their shorts and T-shirts.
That one down the line, just foul, past Carissa Doyle at first. As Walker almost snuck one in.
They even have stocking hats on, but they sure to have their shorts on. And they're cold, so they're asking a couple of the moms for the blankets. So,
yeah, don't come to shorts if you're going to need a blanket.
Bless their hearts.
0-1 the count to Elise Walker. The next on its way, and that one's taken up high to even things up at 1-1. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the Winfield Orchard Farm game. Winfield, the 3-seed, Orchard Farm, the 7-seed. They got a big upset win over Wright City last night here. Right. So that one's fouled off the screen. A ball and 2 strikes to Walker.
Walker's just a little slow there. If she can just speed up that swing just a little bit, she's going to send one to the outfield.
Looking to poke one over that first baseman or in between first and second.
Well, there's that gap there between the second baseman and really second base. If she can split that difference, too.
Just missing outside. Good eye by Walker to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Elise the designated player, so she does the batting, while Briley Sparks does the fielding out in center field. Splitting that spot in the lineup. The 2-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. She liked that one.
Yeah, she
just
did.
Missed, and that's a second straight strikeout, third of the game for Fisher. And the leadoff batter is retired. We go back to the top of the order for Kennedy Grimsley.
Who she singled her first bat, came around to score.
3-1 run first for Bowling Green after falling behind 2-0 in the top half. Benefited from 2 errors by the Wildcats in that inning. That one misses low and away for ball 1. As Grimsley has stepped into that leadoff role with the absence of Grace Dieters. The next from Fisher on its way, and that one bounces in 2-0.
Fisher has yet to issue a walk to anybody in the Bowling Green lineup.
She has hit a batter.
We'll just assume that the wind got it.
Oh, right? That was wind aided? Okay.
We'll help with that.
I'm going to argue that point. This one hit into center field. Backing up on it is Tison, and she catches it at the fence.
Yes, she does. She watched that one all the way into her glove. Looked like it had some movement on it, and she was able to reel that in and basically fell down there at the fence.
That is a hard kitty litter warning track, too, so it's not fun to put the palms down on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
But Kennedy gave it a ride, just stayed in the ballpark.
So Bet's up now. She got on base courtesy of an error of the first baseman, bottom of last inning.
That one misses outside to Meredith. All right, to fight your logic on Kaylin Womack getting hit, the wind's blowing the opposite direction.
I knew it is, but I'm just trying to help Fisher out.
This one popped up. Second baseman having a little trouble, and it's going to drop in between and go all the way past the right fielder, and Betts is going to end up at second base with a nice slide. Just got into no man's land with the wind. I think Massey took an extra second to try and find where that ball was going to go, and it drops between and then just turned into a ground ball. Hit the ground, didn't bounce, just shot.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up Jade Meyer. She was the first strikeout victim, but not before fouling a few off.
And the first pitch to her is popped up. Who wants it? Catcher, and that is caught about a foot in front of home plate to retire the side. So Bowling Green leaves a runner aboard after that 2-out walk, and we head to the third inning. It's still 3-2 LadyCats in the semifinals of this district tournament on KJFM.
It's hard to believe it's been 75 years since Aubrey Knight, way back in 1945, founded Knight Equipment Company. Aubrey's son RJ worked right alongside his dad until December of 1975, when he purchased and incorporated the business from his father. Now known worldwide for their wire rope and splicing, Knight Equipment Company continues to grow. Here's a heartfelt congratulations and a big thank you for being such a model of excellence and consistency. Happy 75th birthday, Knight Equipment Company, 717 North 15th Street in Bowling Green.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
2, 3, and 4 hitters for Montgomery County here in the top half of the third inning, and the first pitch to Fisher is in for a strike.
Of course, Fisher was the one who hit the home run at the top of the first inning to score, obviously, herself and Sam Quatham to give them the early 2-0 lead.
The next pitch on its way, and that went over her head. There's the message. Celebrating the spirit of Bob Gibson there.
Yeah. Poor Bob. I thought he was a great pitcher. Then I read some of his quotes. He's like, I don't think we should be friends. I don't think we should have all-star games. And it just made me chuckle.
The 1-1. Up high, 2-1 to Brooklyn Fisher.
I mean, his logic was right. I mean, you spend all season basically being enemies with everybody. Then they're expected to be teammates.
1-2 or 2-1 pitch is up high, 3-1. As Fisher bats for the second time here in the top of the third inning.
Fisher, one of the few left-handed batters we've seen this year.
True left-handed.
True, correct.
This one is hit into left center field, and Grimsley moves over and makes the catch. Kennedy covers some ground out there. That ball was slicing, and she's able to corral it for the first out.
So I'll bring up Maddie Quatham.
She walked.
She did, and then got out on the hit by Doyle. She was that's what she was running to second.
Fielder's choice, and she was erased on a comebacker. There's a strike on the first pitch to Maddie. Turner working quickly, took something off that one, pulled the string on her and got her to cut through it, and it's 0-2 to Quatham.
1 out, 3-2 our score. Bowling Green leads Montgomery by 1. Top of the third.
This one fouled back. Another 2 inches higher, and that would have been coming right into our broadcast position. Still 0-2. And the next from Tanner Turner. And a swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Quatham for the second out.
Third strikeout of the afternoon for Turner. And as we mentioned just a moment ago, Doyle got on a fielder's choice back at the top of the first inning.
So officially 0 for 1 today, but has been on base, and that was a swing she wasn't very confident in.
She was wishing she could take back.
Yeah, 0-1. After that swing and a miss. The next, 0-2. Good hump in the middle of that off-speed delivery. And Turner's really starting to get into a groove here. No balls, 2 strikes. That one goes up high. 1-2 the count.
And we talked about before, Turner, when she's in her groove, she doesn't take much time between pitches. The quicker she can get back on the mound, wind and fire, the better off she is.
That one just missed, 2-2. 7 in a row have been retired by Turner, dating back to the first inning. Swing and a miss. Pair of strikeouts in the inning, and 4 over the last 2 for Tanner Turner. We head to the bottom half of the third. Bowling Green will try to add to their 3-2 lead here from the district tournament on KJFM.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort. Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Bottom of the third inning, it's going to be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the LadyCats, Dameron, Turner, and Chandler, with Womack batting if the inning goes past those first 3. Grace Dameron, back in the first inning, had a 2-run double that tied the ball game. LadyCats would later take the lead as her courtesy runner would cross the plate to make it 3-2, and that is a ball high on the first pitch to Grace.
Again, want to remind you, Eagle 102 district softball coverage this week brought to you by Bowling Green Diner, Night Equipment, Lynn's Heritage House, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Pike County Republican Club.
That one just misses low. 2-0 the count to the catcher, Dameron. Here in the home half of the third inning, Bowling Green the home team against Montgomery here at Montgomery County High School in this district semifinal as the 1 seed. They get the home field advantage, at least that last at bat throughout this tournament. 3-0 the count, as that one missed low and away, and Fisher.
And as you mentioned, Tanner Turner on deck, in the hole, Haley Chandler.
That one called a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. To Grace Dameron. See if she's swinging here, 3-1.
You know she doesn't want to walk. You know she wants to hit that ball.
The pitch fouled back to the screen, and the count goes full.
I'd like to actually, that's one of the questions I'm going to ask Coach Craig Smith here at 14 Laws. How many walks, I wonder, has she actually taken? I mean, you know.
How many 3-1 pitches has she taken? Swing and a miss as Fisher comes back to get the Lady Cat catcher for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Tanner Turner coming up. She got on base with an error to the center fielder, or excuse me, to the left fielder. Her last at bat was left on base.
And the first pitch to her heads to the plate, and this one is grounded foul to the third baseman. And Reagan picks it up and gives it back to her pitcher, Brooklyn Fisher. Beautiful day for a softball game.
It is. I think everybody would appreciate if the wind just kind of calmed itself down. Slow its roll.
At least we don't have those corn husks blowing around like we did at Ladonia yesterday.
While this is kind of sort of in the middle of a cornfield, maybe not quite as much.
This one fouled back to the screen. And the count goes to 0-2 to Tanner Turner. Well, the corn is
pretty much out.
Yeah,
almost.
it's beyond. The corn that's still up is beyond and behind the wind. But a lot of it's beautiful golden fields out there. 0-2 pitch to Turner. Pulls back a bunt as the third baseman was charging in. Takes ball one. Little crisp out.
Not for us, because you know
we're in a heated building.
We are, thanks to Adam Falloon. We appreciate it. Now, if he'd just do something about these flies that are up here, we give him a hard time about it on a regular basis.
This one popped into short second, and it hits the ground and rolls away.
And kind of everybody was just kind of looking at it. I don't know if they lost it in the sun.
And it is very bright. The fielders are looking into the sun.
They sure are.
Kind of a delayed reaction. It's going to go down as a hit for Turner, and she's just had good luck today.
She has, and the Haley Chandler's coming in, and she went. She got an RBI, but she grounded out to the second baseman.
That's actually the go-ahead run that she drove in with that ground out. And this one shot back to the pitcher. Throw to second out there. Throw to first, not in time. And there's two away, and on a fielder's choice is Chandler. 1-6 on the putout.
And in steps Womack, and she was the one who was hit by a pitch last time.
And she crowds the plate again in the right-hand batter's box. She's out leaning over the plate.
Yeah, she is.
2 down, and she takes a ball low and away. 1-0 the count.
2 outs. Bobcats still lead the Wildcats 3-2.
The next from Brooklyn Fisher. That's swung on and missed. To even things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Orchard Farm is in the bleachers out there in right center. Winfield is in the bleachers beyond the Bowling Green dugout. They're getting ready for their ball game, which will follow this one from the Class 3 District 2 tournament. And this one is grounded to the shortstop. Quatham up with it. Overhand throw over to first, and plenty of time to get Kaylin Womack. 6-3 on the putout, and that ends the bottom of the third inning. Our score still 3-2. It's been that way since the first. Montgomery coming up trailing Bowling Green by 1 on KJFM.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
5, 6, and 7 hitters for Montgomery County. Janes, Massey, and Veach. If anyone gets on, Devlin will bat for the Wildcats.
Janes got a hit, a single back in the top of the first, and she was one of the runners that was left on base.
And the first pitch from Turner is swung through for strike one. She really rears back in her stance. It almost looks like she's off balance, but she made good contact and got a single her first time up. Scoots her feet away from that one as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll tell you what, I'd say it's cool enough out there that if she got hit in the foot with one of those pitches from Turner, it's gonna sting.
Maybe even swell. This one popped foul out of play, 1-2. They play her straight away, infield and outfield, even with the bag at third. Wind still blowing pretty strong to right field as she checks her swing and takes the ball low.
2 balls, 2 strikes. So we're just getting started in the top half of the fourth. Bowling Green leads Montgomery by the score of 3-2.
Runs for Montgomery as this one is hit toward the gap. And a base hit to lead things off for Janes to right center field. Good job coming over to get it by McKenna Orff, and that ball actually changed directions when it hit the ground, and she stayed with it and kept it from being an extra base hit.
So Massey, who's in the batter's box now, grounded back to the pitcher, her last at bat.
And the first pitch to her this time is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count to the second baseman for Montgomery, who I'd say as a fielder has been most affected by the sun so far today. This one fouled back to the screen, 0-2. They never called foul ball. The runner went to second. She'll have to return.
Just called it a little late. So now everybody's back where they're supposed to be.
And time called and granted last second as Turner was starting her windup. 0-2 the count to Massey. Runner at first, nobody out, and that one swung on and missed. Strikeout is the 5th of the game for Tanner, and the first out here in the top of the 4th inning. That hit by Janes, by the way, broke that string of 8 in a row retired by Turner.
Veach, who's in the batter's box now, she flew out to left field her first time at bat, top of the first.
Took a ball in the dirt to start this at bat. This one is hit off the end of the bat to Meyer. Will she get back to the bag? Yes, it's a double play. An unassisted double play by Jade Meyer at first. Looping line drive, race back to the bag, and got the runner before she could come back. So that's a big one for Bowling Green. Now they come to the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to add to that 3-2 lead here in the semifinals of the Class 3 District 2 tournament on KJFM.
The Pike County Republican Club is proud to support Chris Stark for Pike County Coroner. Chris Stark has worked tirelessly his entire career caring for the well-being of the people of Pike County. That's why the Pike County Republican Club is proud to support Chris Stark for Pike County Coroner.
Paid for by Republicans of Pike County. Cheryl Ward, Treasurer.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Big double play for Bowling Green to erase the potential tying run at first and end the inning. And the throw goes down for the LadyCats. It's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, starting with Orff.
Mark, we remind everybody tomorrow night we have doubleheader action for them as it's a championship night all the way around. We're going to kick things off with the Class 1 District 8 championship softball game between the Silent Lakes and Community R6. As soon as that game wraps up, we'll be right to the EMO Conference Championship game for football as Bowling Green hosts South Callaway.
And we will have coverage online of that football game prior to it joining the on-air broadcast.
We can still do the regular season. We just can't do postseason right now.
At some point, they'll figure out what matters. 1-0 This one hit in the air. High arcing pop-up to the middle infield, and colliding are Quatham and the second baseman for Montgomery, Massey, and the ball falls to the turf. It's going to be an error on Maddie Quatham, the shortstop.
Well, I tell you what, really, Quatham was watching it, and it got up there high enough. The wind kind of got a hold of it. When she went to step over the second base bag, she kind of sidestepped it, and it kind of rolled a little bit, and second baseman was kind of coming in to help a little bit, and they just collided.
Well, she, like you said, she started out almost at her normal shortstop position.
Yes.
And I'm guessing she didn't feel that she needed to make it very vocal that was her ball. And the second baseman, Massey, didn't call her off. Snap throw back to first, and back in safely is Orff.
Walker was showing bunt. Was able to pull that one back before getting caught there.
Walker, although she struck out in the first, had a good bat, made some pretty good contact on a couple of foul balls. That one fouled at the plate. 1-1 the count.
Tried to lay down a bunt right in front of the home plate.
Those are tough for the runner to get to second base on.
Well, especially when you have an arm like Quatham behind the plate.
Uh-huh.
She's going to have to put it more down that first base line.
The 1-1 pitch to Elise, showing bunt again, and bunts it in the air, and it's caught by the pitcher, and back in safely at first is Orff. Good awareness there by McKenna to get back to the bag. As that's the first out.
We're heading back to Grimsley, who got a single back in the bottom of the first. Then she flew out to center field in the bottom of the second.
So Kennedy 1 for 2 today. And the first time she's batted with a runner aboard. This one grounded back to the pitcher. Had to wait for a middle infielder to get there and almost lost both out. She was able to turn and fire a strike over to Doyle at first to at least get one out. And that should have been a double play.
And in steps Betts. Again, back in the bottom of the first, she got on with the error to the first baseman. Then she got a double at the bottom of the second.
Double would be nice here. That would play to run. And that pitch taken low by Meredith for a 1-0 count.
Go ahead and trade places with Orff out there.
Seems like an easy enough thing to do.
You would think.
Betts ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. With a 3-2 lead. Would love some insurance here and takes one low and in for ball 2.
Betts having a great year this year for the LadyCats. Again, one of the all-conference team members on first team. You can find that complete list on our website at kjfmradio.com.
Called a strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike to Meredith Betts. She's the third baseman. Hasn't been very busy over there today.
I'm pretty sure she likes it that way, Mark.
Chased a couple of foul balls, but that's it. Up high, 3-1.
Hopefully we didn't jinx her.
I like being busy as a fielder. Keeps me in the game. If not, I'm just chewing bubble gum. 3-1 the count, and the pitch from Brooklyn Fisher heads to the plate. Outside.
She'll take
that
walk.
2 aboard. A couple of RBI opportunities out there for Jade Meyer, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to the catcher.
And that is Fisher's first walk handed out here in this matchup.
We're in the 4th, bottom half here from Montgomery County. Class 3 District 2 tournament. LadyCats answered with 3 in the bottom of the first after Montgomery took a 2-0 lead. This one chopped to the shortstop. Quatham up with it, throw across in time, and Bowling Green leaves a pair aboard. We head into the 5th already. LadyCats 3, Montgomery 2 on Eagle 102.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus.
Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
8, 9, and 1 hitters for Montgomery County, and a strike called on the first pitch to Erica Devlin.
Devlin struck out her first at bat. That was back in the top of the second inning.
This one fouled off the screen quickly, 0-2 to the designated player for the Wildcats. Just 3 hits today for Montgomery. They had 2 in the first, including the home run, 1 in the fourth. They've left 2 on base in this game. Bowling Green's left 6. This one fouled down the line, still 0-2 to the 8th place hitter.
While they get that brought back in again, Eagle 102 district softball coverage all week this week brought to you by Prairie's Edge Garden Center, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, Airco Convenience Center, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Penrod Real Estate, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
0-2 the count to Erica Devlin. That one just low. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Yeah, ever since Turner got out of that first inning, she's kind of been pretty well on point for the past couple innings.
That one fouled out of play. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And already a 5-pitch at bat.
So Devlin and on the on-deck circle, L. Reagan. They're back to the top of the order to Samantha Quatham.
Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of Devlin, and the first out here in the top of the 5th inning.
That's Turner's 6th. L. Reagan, she also struck out her first at bat at the bottom of the, top of the second inning.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of the Orchard Farm Winfield game Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. If it's Bowling Green, we'll have a 10:45 pregame and all the action starting at 11 Saturday morning, and that's a swing and a miss to L. Reagan. All year I've been saying it as if that's Spanish, L. Reagan.
The Reagan?
Yeah. 0-2 as she fouls that one off the backstop. And Turner has worked quickly today. 0-2 pitch to the plate. Bounces it in. A ball and 2 strikes. Top of the order waiting in the wings, Sam Quatham.
Don't forget, if you want to see a full recap of brackets.
There's strike 3 called on the inside corner.
She got that one looking.
Second out, second straight strikeout. And the bases are empty for Sam.
As I was saying, we have links to all the district brackets by visiting the sports page at kjfmradio.com. Those are updated by the athletic directors each after the games.
Swing and a miss. Sam's just seemed a little off balance against Tanner Turner today.
She has, she got on by a walk in the top of the first. But since then, she can't seem to connect, and now she does, and it's another high pop-up.
Second baseman wants it, and Chandler makes the two-handed grab in a 1-2-3 inning again for the LadyCats. They have only allowed 1 base runner since that 2-run first inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. It's time to stretch here at the district's semifinal action. Bowling Green coming up, holding a 3-2 lead on KJFM.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Bottom of the fifth we go for Bowling Green in this inning. It's going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and it's been unfortunate. Grace Dameron hasn't come up with an RBI opportunity since she batted in the first inning and drove in 2 to tie the ball game.
We know I mentioned, a little earlier when Brooklyn Fisher hit one over the fence that maybe it was time for a home run. So I'm going to mention that again and see if maybe that helps Grace Dameron a little bit.
Dameron, Turner, then Chandler.
That's the heart of the order, that's for sure.
As Winfield starts to warm up on the second diamond here at Montgomery.
Yeah, this game's definitely moving quickly. And I noticed that Fisher is really having to shield her eyes now as that sun's just at that unfortunate setting point.
That shadow almost all the way out to the first and second baseman. Actually, the crest of the roof looks like an arrow pointing right at Addison Massey, the second baseman for Montgomery. First pitch was up high to Dameron, so she's ahead 1-0. Outside 2-0. She was ahead 3-0 last at bat, and Fisher came back and got her via the strikeout.
She did. Well, she held up on that first strike thrown, and then she went down swinging.
The 2-0 pitch to the Bowling Green all-conference catcher. That's a strike. Went off speed on her and dropped it in for the first in the zone at bat. All 3 runs for Bowling Green came in the bottom of the first. Both runs for Montgomery came in the top of the first. Been a quick-moving game ever since. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1.
I think if Fisher can throw something even anywhere close, Grace is going to try and take it for a ride.
Yeah, she is not opposed to swinging at an outside pitch to take it over the right field fence. 3-1 offering on its way. And it's a walk to Dameron. She tosses the bat, will head to first and be replaced by Gam once she gets there.
So that's only Brooklyn Fisher's second walk handed out here in this contest.
But they've been the last 2 innings, so is she tiring a little bit?
Oh, she's tiring. She seems to be stretching her back. We talked about that beforehand. It looked like Coach Rochelle Dorsey. Listen to me, Rochelle Falloon. Going back in time. Coach Rochelle Falloon was stretching her out there. So I don't know if her back might be getting a little tight.
And it is harder to warm up on a day like today.
Yeah, it is. And stay warm.
So Tanner Turner digs in and takes a pitch well outside. Gam, the runner at first. Avery running for Grace Dameron. And Grace putting back on the gear. She'll take her time with that in the Bowling Green dugout. The 1-0 pitch to Turner. This one chopped to the shortstop. No one there at second, and everybody's safe.
Everybody.
Second baseman Massey was late getting there. The toss, Quatham actually led her with a good toss, but she just couldn't get there ahead of Avery Gam.
She had a nice slide in there in second. And we'll see what Chandler wants to do here.
So Turner safe on the fielder's choice at first, and Gam into second, courtesy running for Dameron. Good decision. I don't think Grace could have beat that one out.
Chandler did get on base with a fielder's choice her last at bat.
Pulls back a bunt and takes a ball outside. And Gam can take as much of a lead as she wants with that wheel play going. The shortstop covering third and the second baseman covering first, as Chandler showed the bunt. 1-0 the count to Haley. And she gets the bunt down back to the pitcher, and throw just in time, actually knocked the glasses off. And now the ball is thrown around a little bit, but not enough to advance the runners. Did they call her safe at first? I don't think there's been a call made at first.
I don't think there was one. I mean, honestly, she didn't drop the ball, I don't think.
No, but was she ever on the base? And
I couldn't see. I had to
shaking up a little bit. Is the first baseman.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Actually, that's.
So they're having a conference out here.
Yeah, it's the second baseman who's not Massey. She was replaced. It's actually Devlin playing second now.
So they're having a conference about it. The umpires are, and why they are. Let's remind you that Eagle 102 sports coverage all week has been brought to you by PJ Salon, Liggins Flooring, McDingers, Sun Window Company, Midwest Pest Professionals, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing. You can always follow the action on air and online at 102.1 FM, KJFMradio.com, on our KJFM Radio app, and on Alexa.
Everybody's safe. Bases are loaded. And I guess you got to call that a hit. And now Womack will bat with the bases loaded. Kaylin's been hit by a pitch and grounded to the shortstop.
And I'm not sure what we're doing still.
Well, they're going to check.
Oh, they're checking. See, I have this nice little corner here in my way. I'm like, all I can see is people standing on both sides. I'm like, okay. And as I lean around, it looks like.
Yeah, the mask and the sunglasses
went flying.
Yeah.
Number 22, Kaylin Womack.
So bases loaded, nobody out for Bowling Green. A chance to bust this game open. And up there hacking is Womack. She hits it back to the screen for strike one.
And again, Mark, I noticed during that review or the conference there that Fisher was still trying to stretch her back some more out there.
0-1 the count to Kaylin. This one is hit to the outfield and down. One run comes in. It gets past the right fielder. Here comes another. Bowling Green has stretched their lead. They're going to try and score another as they're still getting it from the fence. It's going to end up, they're going to score the run here. She's going to circle the bases and safe at home. All four come across for Bowling Green. Wow.
In the park, lack of better terms.
Little League home run, yeah. Yep. And it stretches the lead for Bowling Green to 7-2 as the bases are cleared on that hit into right field that skipped past. Is that still Veach out there? I think it is. So I'm going to give her 2 RBIs on the hit. And then the air sends her from first all the way home.
So you're going to call it a double or you're going to call it a single?
Single and a 3-base air. Sound good to you?
Works for me.
Give her two runs batted in. And this one is hit past short and into left field.
So that puts Orff on the bag. Still no outs.
This game is busted wide open after that error by the right fielder. That'll bring in Elise Walker, who's 0 for 2 today. A pop out and a strikeout. Orff has been on base twice now. Reached on an error and now has singled here in this inning. Up high on the first pitch to the designated player for the LadyCats.
And that may have just given Bowling Green all the confidence they need to go out there and get 6 quick outs and be done with this. 3 outs, really.
Foul down the line, and it'll drop beyond the dugout on the first base side. 1-1 the count to Walker. Batting for the 3rd time today. Big inning for the LadyCats as they've got the breathing room now. Takes the pressure off, although I think Tanner Turner likes pitching in pressure situations.
She may, but not again. You mentioned before she's kind of found her groove, and she hasn't allowed much since that first inning.
Just 1 hit that was erased on a double play. She's faced the minimum since allowing 2 in the first. 2-1 the count to Walker. That last pitch missed low. 7-2 LadyCats. This one hit into right, and a good no. She tried to backhand it, did Veach out there. It bounces off her glove, and everyone's safe. That's an error. E9 on the play.
And we're headed back to the top of the order. Grimsley up now.
2 errors. That was an unfortunate one. I think she overran it. That
she
sun peeked out from beyond this press box. And it just hit off the palm of her glove.
And still no outs. I hate to tell Grace Dameron, you may have put your equipment back on a little too quickly.
Yeah, right? Well, she had the chest protector on. Now it's off.
Yep.
Bunt foul by the leadoff hitter in this order, Kennedy Grimsley. 0-1 the count. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out. Seventh batter to come to the plate in the inning for the LadyCats. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Giving a lot of respect to Quatham behind the plate.
I don't think anybody's really looking to run on her.
Unless that ball gets back to the screen. That one is high. Quatham tried to frame it. Couldn't get the call. 2-1 the count. Look how bundled up Winfield is there on the other field.
I know.
Must be cold out there.
Probably. Again, wouldn't know. It's a nice little press box up here.
The 2-1. This one is hit in the air. Moving on it is the right fielder, and in foul territory, she won't be able to catch up with it.
No, but I tell you what, if that would have dropped, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, it kind of drifted back into no man's land between the left fielder and the shortstop.
And it kind of looked like once it got up there, it might be trying to blow back into fair territory, but
that's the way the wind's heading, away from that first base line. 2-2 the count to Grimsley. And the next pitch from Fisher, as she winds and fires, is on the way. And this one is hit up the middle, a base hit. Off the center fielder, that's going to allow another runner to cross the plate. The throw, not going to be close, cut off by the pitcher. Two more cross, and it's 9-2, Bowling Green. Starting to show why they're the number one seed in this tournament.
And that'll bring up Meredith Betts. She walked her last at bat, was left stranded on the bags. We're having a little conference conference meeting out there. While we do, again, want to remind you, not only do we have more softball action coming your way tomorrow night and Saturday, as it looks at this point in time, we have football tomorrow evening, and all that action is brought to you on Eagle 102 by the Pike County Republican Club, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Bowling Green Diner.
Jade Meyer going to come up for the fourth time. She's 0 for 3 today in that 3 spot, so she's due for a hit. And could.
And should still remind her, there's no outs.
Yeah, there are no outs, yeah. And we're in the bottom of the fifth, so if Bowling Green is able to plate 3 more runs this inning, the game's over.
And I tell you what, the final score definitely won't reflect the first couple innings, the first really 4 innings, 4.5.
Mm-hmm. But Bowling Green is squared up
they are.
On Fisher, and they're starting to really hammer the ball. Actually, it's Betts up now. Or is that Betts?
It's Betts. Mm-hmm.
And she's bunting, and she's going to be aboard. Everybody's safe. It's a bunt hit for Meredith.
And now comes up Jaden Meyer. And as you mentioned, she's due.
Yes. First and third. And I wouldn't be surprised if Betts took second base. So Jade is the 9th hitter of the inning. I just jumped ahead on my scorebook for a second. And with that many runs across the plate, you would think more people would have batted.
Yeah.
She takes the strike on the first pitch from Brooklyn Fisher. Jade Meyer.
She's struck out, she's popped out, she's grounded out.
And now she hits one deep, and it's out. So she keeps up the outs. This one just went out of the ballpark. A 3-run home run for Jade Meyer. Gets off the schneid and puts an end to this ball game. A 3-run home run makes it 12-2. Correct?
I think so, by my calculations.
And that's ball game here at Montgomery. In 5 innings, the LadyCats change it from a 3-2 lead to a 12-2 lead and win this ball game early. and will advance into Saturday's championship game. We'll have the post-game show for you next right here on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Bowling Green, and a big offensive explosion there in the bottom half of the fifth inning. 9 runs in the frame, and Montgomery never recorded an out in that inning, as Bowling Green takes it from a 3-2 lead to a 12-2 lead in the matter of about 9-10 minutes, and ends this ball game early, beating the host school 12-2 in 5, and they'll advance to take on either Orchard Farm or Winfield at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Of course, we'll have that game for you here on KJFM with the 10:45 pregame show. For the LadyCats, 12 runs on 10 hits, no errors in the ball game. All the scoring for Montgomery came in the first inning on a 2-run home run by the pitcher, Brooklyn Fisher, following a walk to Quatham to lead off the game. After that, only one more hit allowed by Tanner Turner. It's the alliteration thing.
Yes, it is.
So Montgomery, 2 runs on 3 hits. They committed 6 errors in the ball game, and that really aided, especially that final frame for the LadyCats, as they put 9 on the board to win this one early.
And I tell you what, we talked about it, and kudos to Tanner Turner. She struggled there in that first and was kind of worried that, they were kind of getting under her skin there after that big home run. But after the first, boy, she settled down and she was lights out.
And I think, like you said, there was a little nervous energy in that Bowling Green dugout after Haley Prater went down with an injury in the pregame warm-up. I know they're worried about their teammate, their friend, and they came out a little tight. But after that, they settled down, got the 3 runs to put them ahead. The game kind of just moved along. You never really felt like Montgomery had anything really going against Tanner Turner after that first inning. And then when Bowling Green had a chance, they put 9 on the board in an inning and end the game.
Yeah, like we said, we knew when we said this when this last inning that the final score really wouldn't reflect the first 4.5 innings, and it didn't. It was a tight game, and it was a good one. We talked about it. You could tell that Fisher was having some issues with her back, and it may have just kind of thrown things off a little bit for her. But I tell you what, there's still a reason why she was one of the first team members of the all-conference team as a pitcher.
Definitely, and then the all-conference utility player ends the ball game with a 3-run shot. So both teams with a home run in the ball game. Like you said, Fisher got one in the first, and then
Jade Meyer ended it.
Meyer ended it with a 3-run shot to cap that 9-run fifth inning for Bowling Green. We'll take a break. We'll set the rest of the week's action here on Eagle 102. Lots of district play still to come. A couple of championship games the next couple of days here on Eagle 102 and a conference championship football game. We'll tell you all about it when we return on the Eagle 102 postgame show.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hi, I'm Keith Oakes, Director of Physical Therapy.
I'm Eric Schaefer. I work in physiotherapy.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose to work at Pike County Memorial Hospital. Choose a hospital where you're more than just a patient. You're our friend, family member, and neighbor. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Post-game show continues after Bowling Green wins this ball game 12-2 here at Montgomery County High School. Mark Froelich, Marianne Everhart back in the broadcast booth, and an offensive explosion late for Bowling Green, 9 runs in the bottom of the fifth to make this a 10-run Mercy Rule victory, and they advance to take on either Orchard Farm or Winfield. Again, that championship game will be Saturday, 11 o'clock, 10:45 pregame, but that's not the only district softball championship game we've got coming up.
No, we've tomorrow night we have a Class 1 District 8 as the Silex Lady Owls will be taking on Community R6. That's a matchup between the 1 and 2 seed. You know, Community got the big win over Clumpton last night, and they're going to be playing on their home field. Again, a team you mentioned before, Silex and Community have played twice already. Silex has beat them twice. So, you know, this is going to be a game where both teams are very familiar with each other. So it'll be a true championship game tomorrow night. We'll have that one for you beginning at 5:45 with the pregame, 6 o'clock first pitch. And then, Mark, you're going to start – let's back up because let's reiterate this again. So postseason live video streaming. We can no longer provide that free of charge due to new MSHA regulations. They're requiring, effective immediately, actually went into effect Tuesday night, that if we were going to stream these things live, we had to push it through their website, MSHA TV. But MSHA TV charges $10 per person per game to watch those. And so we're not going to put our fans in that position. We will always have the games for you free of charge on air. You know, you can listen live on air, online at kjfmradio.com. We will post video of the postseason games about 24 hours after the game is complete. So you will be able to watch this game again late tomorrow afternoon. But football is not in postseason yet. So, therefore, you're going to start the football game tomorrow night online, and as soon as that game is over with, as soon as the softball game is over, we're going to quickly switch on air, and so you can finish that up because that will decide the EMO Conference football champions.
Yeah. So, if you want to experience both, you can listen to the softball game in its entirety between Silex and Community. And start at 6:30. We'll have countdown to kickoff online at kjfmradio.com. You can watch that game even with the sound off and listen to softball, and then turn it up as we turn to football on air.
Yes.
Starting at the conclusion of the softball game. Was that confusing at all?
We understand it's confusing, and we do understand that the live streaming is kind of frustrating, but hopefully we'll get those things figured out here before too terribly long. But
yeah, and it's all about bringing the most coverage of area high school sports and the most exposure for our student athletes that we can. And we're going to do our best to continue to provide that all season and postseason long.
But as always, we encourage you, if at all possible, get out and attend those games in person, whether their games are home or away. So, Mark, it was a great night tonight. Look forward to doing it again.
Fun ball game, competitive for 4.5 innings, a 3-2 ball game. After one, that score stood until the bottom of the 5th inning, and then we had the fireworks from the Bowling Green LadyCats as they put 9 on the board without recording an out in their final at bat to win this ball game 12-2 over Montgomery County and get themselves into that Saturday championship game.
Again, best wishes to Haley Prater as she's got a little injury there to begin with. Hopefully we'll see her back here on the diamond this Saturday morning.
Definitely. I think she'll be just fine after a little patchwork to the facial area after taking that unfortunate ball off the face in warm-ups today. So 12-2, the girls won it for you, Haley, and they move on to the championship on Saturday. For Marianne Everhart, Mark Froelich saying we'll see you for lots of sports action tomorrow, including district softball championships and high school football right here on Eagle 102. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Softball on KJFM, Eagle 102. Join Eagle 102 for play-by-play action on air and online from your area sports leader. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.